Hello friends, welcome to my channel Data Making. In this video we are going to discuss about next message format while consuming the data from Kafka source. So which is a Avro format. Avro format also one of the commonly or widely used message format in the Kafka when you use a Kafka as a publish subscribe messaging system. Okay, so in the last two videos we focused on how to consume the data from a Kafka topic if the message type is or message format is CSV and JSON. So this video is going to be focused on the consuming a message from Kafka topic as a Avro format. Okay, so I'm going to do this exercise on my data making VM2. So if you are not having the data making VM2, please send us the request to this below link, so that we'll send you the VM. You can import and start using it. Okay, so as we know, Kafka source is used to read the data from the Kafka topic, and so this current version of Spark supports Kafka broker version from 0.10 version or higher version. And so we know there are three formats of data which can be published to Kafka topic: JSON, CSV, and Avro. So we are focused on Avro in this example. And apart from that, so in the Maven artifact, you need to use this Maven artifact. So earlier we were using for this one also. Now you both you need to use. First one is for Spark and Apache connector, which is like org Apache Spark, and as a group ID, artifact ID is this one: Spark hyphen SQL hyphen Kafka hyphen 0 hyphen 10 underscore 2.12, and version is 3.1. For Kafka, so it is going to be there is a typo. So it is going to be a Spark hyphen Avro. Yes. So it is going to be a Spark hyphen. For my sorry for my did not correct this. Kafka hyphen Avro, and you can remove this one. So it is going to be Kafka hyphen Avro 2 underscore 2.12. So that is your artifact ID. The group ID is same org.apache.spark, and the artifact ID is Apache hyphen Avro underscore 2.12, and the version is 3.0.1. Okay, so this is going to be your artifact information. Okay, and then so this is the flow. So we are going to publish the message into Kafka topic as a Avro format, and we are going to run this. We are going to develop this Spark streaming application, which is going to be a PySpark API, and which will consume the Avro format message data, and then we do the aggregate and write it on the console sync. So this is going to be a example for this video. Okay, let's get started. Before starting it, people who are not subscribed my channel, please click on this subscribe button to get subscribe my channel, and click on this bell button to get notification whenever I add new videos. Now let's jump into the VM. Okay, so in the VM, first thing is you can go and update the artifact information, the Maven artifact information in this Spark default.conf in the location of home data making and softwares, followed by Spark installation folder, which is Spark hyphen 3.0.1 hyphen bin hyphen Hadoop 3.2 slash conf slash Spark hyphen defaults.conf. This is my file name, where this is the configuration file of Spark which I installed and I'm using it. So you can just go earlier we added this Spark Kafka connector, the Maven project information. Now you just go and add the Avro for Avro Spark and Avro connector. So you need to add this. Okay, so once you add this, so when you run this so the Spark will start downloading the dependency file, so that we can use it in our Spark streaming program. Okay, so until you do that, so you cannot actually import this function. So you cannot import this package and import this function called from Avro. This is going to be used in the program. So Spark session class we are importing it, and then from Avro, from PySpark.sql.avro.functions. So unless you add the dependency and dependency in the your config file, it will not it will be available for you to use it. And then there's a function called a call, which is going to import it. Then time you import it, and then so what do you need for to connect to the Kafka topic? Kafka broker and the topic. So basically we need the topic name and the broker name, which is a Bootstrap server. And then this is the main entry point of the program, this PySpark program streaming, the PySpark success streaming program. And I'm just putting a print, welcome to data making, and this stream data processing application started. So we're just printing the time, current time, and we are creating a Spark session object. Once you create a Spark session object, you can set the log level. So I'm just setting it as error, so that I don't want to see a lot of info messages. I just focused only the output of the program. So I'll just restrict to error. So if any error comes, that message will be shown, not the all the information. Now what is there is no difference here. So basically you need to create a stream source. To create a stream source, you need to know which source you are going to connect, right? So ours is a Kafka source. So that we are saying is, what we are saying is Spark session object dot read stream dot format of, we are going to read it from Kafka. And then to read it from Kafka, you need two information. One is the Bootstrap server, and then next one is a subscribe. So basically topic name. And third property basically starting offset. So the latest time is giving us a latest, whatever the latest message is coming to the topic, just consume it. So and say dot load will give you the stream data frame, which is orders df. So from that you can just print the schema to just check the what is the column names of this stream data frame orders df. So this will have a key, value, and partition, offset, and timestamp and timestamp type. These are the columns will be available. We'll be seeing that once while running the program. So I'm interested on value column. So value column is the one which is going to have the basically the entire JSON message in Avro format. So as I mentioned in the earlier, so we are using the order details, right? So example, it will have columns like order ID, product name, and order record type, and order amount, and order date, which are event date, country name and city name, and the become a site in which the order has been made. So this information is going, the previous example also I'm using the same data and schema. So here also we are going to use. So only thing is, now earlier what we did is we defined a schema for JSON. We created a schema in struct type, and for CSV we created the string like schema in a string format, which will have a DDL statement of your data structure. Here for Avro, what we need to do is we need to have a schema format which is defined in a JSON like format. So in JSON you will have a key value pair. So key is basically your you need to provide a key and value. So basically what I'm giving is namespace. I'm giving in data making dot avro, and the type is should be record. Okay, type should be record. And for name I'm just giving orders. So basically this is the order detail. So I'm just giving order, and it's kind of table you are going to define. This is the, you can think this is a type is record, and name is orders, and you need to provide the fields. So each field you give the name and a type, whether it is an integer or string, and is it nullable or not nullable kind of things. So you define it. So basically it's same as previous year's struct fields, but only this format of definition is different. So we can give the extension as orders dot ASAVSC. Okay, that's this is a schema for your Avro data. Okay, now what we are going to do is just we read the schema. Okay, so it's kind of a normal JSON file, right? We can use open a function which is available in our Python package, default Python package. So it is, you can read it. So it's you can use it like open off. You can give the orders dot avsc, which is like our schema file, and read it in read mode, and mode as read, and then I'm just calling this function called read, which will read the entire content from this file. Okay, so that will be your average schema. Okay, now in the orders underscore df1, which is like has two columns, one is value, another is timestamp. The value column is a byte stream. Okay, so so you can, what you can do is select off, you need to convert that byte stream into uh, column, like stack type. Okay, so basically once you convert this byte stream into stack type, then we can expand it to make it each fields in stack type into different columns in data frame. Okay, that's what we are doing it here. From Avro, you are passing the column, value column, and passing the schema definition of Avro, which is like based on your data which is getting consumed, the order of the data. Okay, now we are actually while changing the byte array type to stack type for value column, we are also renaming that column, means we are setting the alias for that column as orders. Okay, now this data frame orders underscore df2 will have two columns, orders and timestamp. The order column will be a date stack type column. So if you have a stack type column, you can actually convert that fields in stack type into different columns in data frame using a dot operator. So that's why I'm reading it next step, orders dot star comma the timestamp column. Now this data frame 3 should have all the flattened columns. Okay, from order id to e-commerce website followed by the timestamp column. Now once we have the data frame which is flattened data frame, you can start building the aggregation or whatever things you want to do, summarization or selecting only few columns, whatever you can do. So from order 3 we are going to aggregate, we are going to find out the sales or total order amount for the each country and city combination. Okay, that's why I put order by country name and then city name. So okay, the group by based on these two columns and sum up the order amount. Then you will get the new column called sum of order amount, that I am actually making alias as a total order amount. So you will get 3 columns. I'm just printing that data frame as well as finally we are writing into console sync, you know, which what we need to be done. So basically that final data frame, result data frame dot write stream of, you need to say trigger interval. I'm actually setting the trigger as 5 seconds, and output mode as update, and truncate false because I just want to see the entire column name when we print the data frame in the console. And then this is for console sync, and I'm starting the this stream. Okay, so which will give you the query stream. So that query stream you can make it as wait till termination. Okay, so this is the structure of Spark success streaming for Avro message parsing or processing. Okay, now this program is ready. Let's run this program. Okay, so I'll show you the initial data frame schema so that you will get a familiarize on that. So basically, if you this will start downloading your Avro connectors and Avro Spark connectors and Kafka Spark connectors. So it's downloaded already. Okay, then now it is going to show you the schema for the initial stream data frame as well as the further data frame when we do. So these are the initially these are the columns, right? Try to zoom. Okay, so next time I will just change the font size. Okay, so basically these are the columns in the initial data frame, the Spark stream data frame. Then we make it as flattened. So when we flatten, so we have order ID, product name, card type, amount, order amount, order date, and the country name, city name, and the e-commerce site and timestamp. So based on this, we made a aggregation for country name based country name and city name combination based aggregate for the total order amount. Okay, now in the initial batch there is no data, we did not publish. So to publish, I have written a simple consumer program. Okay, so so here also I need to import few packages. So I am using for to run this program, we need to install Avro Python 3, Avro-Python 3, because I'm going to generate the JSON data, and I'm going to convert into byte stream, Avro compatibility byte stream, to send it to over the Kafka topic. Okay, for that serialization, I need to import this Avro package, which is part of your Python package Avro Python 3. So you need to use this pip install Avro Python 3, and I'm going to use the Kafka package, Confluent based Kafka package, for sending a Avro message into Kafka topic. Okay, so Kafka-Python, that package I'm not able to send the Avro messages to the Kafka topic, so I'm using this Confluent-Kafka Python package to create the producer and send the message to the Kafka topic. So that's why I'm importing from Confluent underscore Kafka, import the producer, and import the Avro, the schema from Avro, and Avro IO and IO, and these are the basically the standard packages we are using for timestamp and choosing the random values from the list. Okay, so remaining code, so if you look at here, so this is a little change here. So basically to create a producer object, the Confluent based producer object, you need to pass the Kafka configuration object, which will have a key as bootstrap server and value as the bootstrap server localhost colon 9092. So you pass this configuration object to this producer and create a producer object. So producer object is ready. Before sending it, we need to prepare the JSON with the message. So I'm just creating this all this sample data, like list of product name which we are going to generate. Like I'm going to cook up this data, right? So so you just prepare the list of product name, list of card type, which using that we can simulate the data, and this list of country and city names, and list of e-commerce sites, right? So now I need to load this Avro schema also for my data. So whatever we used in that streaming program, same Avro format, the schema format. So you will have namespace, which is a data making dot Avro, type as record, and name as orders, and the fields which is similar as what your message you are going to send it from order to e-commerce site. So once this is JSON is ready, which is a Avro schema, so I'm going to load it. So how I'm going to load is, I'm going to use this schema dot parse of, I'm opening this file. Okay, so open of that Avro path, which is a file, orders.avse dot read function will give you the the file object, which will actually parse and make the Avro schema. Okay, so then I'm going to generate a 500 message. So I just putting the range 500, so it is going to generate from 0 to 499. Okay, so you know, like to prepare the JSON object, create a dictionary message variable with the dictionary, empty dictionary, then set the order ID as the sequence number, and product name as select the random choice from this product list. It will give you one value from this list. Similarly for card type and amount also. Amount I'm generating from 5.5 to 50 $555.5. So with the 2 decimal, and order date time, it's current date in this format I'm generating, and then picking the random country and city combination, and then split that country name and city name, have the variables, and we'll set that into also message, and pick the random e-commerce site here. So once the message is ready as a dictionary object, now what we are going to do is we are going to serialize that into byte array, which is Avro compatible. So you use the avro.io datum writer, and so create a writer object using the Avro schema, and then use the byte writer. Okay, use the byte writer. You pass this byte writer for the to prepare the message encoder. So avro.io.binary encoder of, you pass this byte writer. Then now message writer dot write of, you pass this dictionary object which you prepared, and also the encoder. Okay, which will give you, which will just you are setting into the writer. Now use this now this will actually write this data into your byte array. Okay, so once you set this, okay, now this will this byte array dot you are actually encoding, right? So adding to the encoding. So once you done the encoding, now your byte array dot get value will give the final byte arrays which can be sent it to the Kafka topic. So Kafka producer object dot produce, earlier we in the earlier example, which is based upon Kafka Python package, we use producer object dot send. This is a Confluent based producer object. So Confluent is the company which provides both open source and commercial Kafka distribution for people to use. So they have their own package called Confluent Kafka. So that's what we installed it. So in that producer object dot produce, you need to pass the topic name and the message in raw bytes, which is a byte array, and then every one message is publishing to Kafka topic. I'm just putting a sleep for 1 second. So finally, once this is done, I'm just producer.flush, then closing the application. Now let me run this program to publish few messages. Okay, so there is a warning, some deprecation, just ignore that. So it started sending the message. Let's go and check our Spark structure streaming program. So 0th batch we did not get any data. Now let's wait for some more time. So now we publish the data, right? That data has to be received and aggregated. So this has the first batch has come from the India, Hyderabad, Australia, Sydney, Pakistan, Islamabad, Singapore. So these are the 4 cities we got the order total order amount. So the next iteration we got many countries, many cities. So this is how you need to consume your data from Kafka, which is Kafka topic, which is in the messages in Avro format. Okay, I hope this video is helpful for you. I would request you to please subscribe my channel, which is the data making YouTube channel, and if you have any queries, you can actually post it on the comment section of this video, and also you can actually reach out to me at India Cloud TV, India Cloud TV @gmail.com. Thank you so much, friends. See you in the next video.